I want to thank Mike Siegel for his enthusiastic getting us off to a start. And I want to now introduce our second half MC, Reverend Wayne Perryman. Wayne is a former newspaper publisher, radio talk show host, corporate employment consultant. Wayne also serves as a minister at Mount Calvary Church. Wayne's a prolific author, having multiple books to his credit, including his latest called Whites, Blacks, and Racist Democrats. Clearly, Wayne's a person involved with people, with issues, communication. And I can testify, and many of you know, since Wayne is a native Mercer Islander, Wayne is an acute observer of the political scene and a dedicated and highly knowledgeable conservative. He's also been a longtime supporter of our group. Please help me welcome Wayne Perryman as our MC for the second half of the program.
Hey, thank you very much. Glad to be here. As a minister, I should be at church, but you're my congregation this morning.
Yes.
If I were to preach a sermon this morning to you, the sermon title would be, Stop Playing the Race Card. I'm tired of these people constantly calling American citizens who oppose their policies racist. These are individuals who do not even know American history. When I hear people talk about America being a racist nation, I wonder where they got their education. Because if you study history, you will find that from the time that the first slave ship arrived in 1619, whites were opposing slavery. In 1688, some of the first legislation to outlaw slavery came from the colonists. In 1711, more legislation to end slavery was introduced by the colonists, but Great Britain overturned it, said that you cannot outlaw slavery because you are a colony. Only we, the Parliament. Whites have been trying to outlaw slavery long before Lincoln took the White House. What history tells us, by 1861, before Lincoln took the White House, whites had outlawed slavery in Rhode Island, Vermont, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Maine, Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, Indiana, Kansas, Oregon, California, Illinois. The only states that had slavery by the time that Lincoln entered the White House were those states that were controlled by the Democratic Party, the party known as the Party of White Supremacy. They need to teach this to our children in school. Whites lost their lives, they lost their family. White churches split. White denominations split. White families split. Political parties split over the issue of slavery. The first draft of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson had slavery as one of the items that they wanted to condemn Great Britain for. The Constitutional Convention, whites were fighting at the Constitutional Convention to make a statement against slavery. Many whites lost their lives, they lost their businesses. It's unlike the Americans today. Those whites who were fighting on behalf of African Americans lost everything. Their children were beaten. Their farms were burned. They lost their businesses. Banks refused to give them loans. Why don't they teach this kind of thing in our public schools today? Why don't they tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about the history of this country? If we are a racist nation, Great Britain has to be a racist nation. If we're a racist nation, Spain has to be a racist nation. If we're a racist nation, Portugal has to be a racist nation. If we're a racist nation, Haiti has to be a racist nation. If we're a racist nation, Brazil has to be a racist nation. If we're a racist nation, all the Muslim countries have to be a racist nation because they all had slavery before the United States. So we can no longer tolerate this group in the White House and their Democratic supporters blaming the United States for what their party did to African Americans. So last week, I sent a copy of my book, Whites, Blacks, and Racist Democrats, to a member of Congress, all the members of Congress, all the members of the Senate, members of the United States Supreme Court, members of the Congressional Black Caucus. It's about the time that we set the record straight on the impressive history of the United States of America. No other country like it, and no other country will be like it. And we have to stand and fight. Black, white, red, yellow, all colors. We have to stand and fight and protect the impressive history of the United States of America. We're happy that you are here today, and we're moving on into our program. I have books here on sale if you'd like to buy them. I got a call and an email from a Republican senator in South Carolina, and he asked that I send him cases of books that he could give out to the black churches in South Carolina so that they will know the truth when they vote in November. And with the help and your support, we can continue to send books across America. So not only African American children will know the truth. When I look at little children, white and black, playing on the playgrounds, I wonder if 20 years from now, these little children will be called racist just because God chose to make them white. When will it end? When will we stop these false allegations that our nation is racist? How many more generations will have to go through the kinds of things that they're going through today that has no foundation of the truth? We must get this information out to America and vindicate America from the race card that the Democratic Party has placed upon our nation. And I hope that you will help me. Now, they have just given me the agenda. And Mark, where are we right now?